Are the new writing utensils from Erin Condren really that much different from what we've already seen? Let's find out. Here are the writing utensils that we're going to compare and talk about today. I'm going to be comparing the previous, very recent dual tip highlighters to the new dual tip highlighters. One comes in a pack of 12, one comes in a pack of 6. I'm going to compare those today to see what's the true difference. I'm also going to be talking about the list markers. These are the previous, again, recent list markers. I'm going to talk about these in comparison to the new list markers coming out with this launch. I'm going to also talk about the new ballpoint pen and compare it to some of the other ballpoint pens that EC has come out with. Some of them, again, very recent. Noticing a trend here. And the last type of writing utensil I'm going to compare in this video are the gel pens, because these are the previous gel pens that came out with the 2021 back to school collection, and EC has a new set of gel pens coming out. So all 4 different types of writing utensils coming out with this launch. We're going to talk about all of them. Okay, lovely. So the first set of writing utensils I want to talk about are the new dual tip accent markers. You get 2 different tips. The box claims 2 different functions, 2 different colors for every marker. I'm going to compare these with what we've just seen recently. This is a set of 6, and I threw away the box. Sorry about that. Set of 6 dual tip, and these were advertised as highlighters, dual tip highlighters. And I'm going to compare what is the true difference. I mean, other than the fact that this comes in a pack of 6 and this comes in a pack of 12. As you can see, one is black, one has white on the barrel. But as far as how they write, what's the true difference? Okay, so first off, let's look at what we've already seen before. This is I think it glides smoothly. I'm not having any issues with it. The ink is showing up fine. I'm using an Erin Condren planner, which has pretty thick paper. That's my favorite quality about their planners. And as you can see, neither the highlighter nor the pen go through the paper. Now, if I get really, really close, I can see the black coming through the paper. But other than that, it's not a noticeable difference. That's how the marker end of all of these write. They all have black ink. So you get a fine tip black ink on one side and colorful highlighters on the other. The names of the colors are not listed anywhere on the barrel of the marker, which irks me because I throw away the original packaging. And it would be nice if I could have the name of what that color is on the pen. Now let me show you what's coming out with the new launch. As I already stated, the barrel of these, it's a white barrel, but here's the main difference that you're getting. With each of these, there's too many of them to leave on my notebook. On one end, you get a chisel tip highlighter, but you get an accent color that goes with it. These are not all black. And just like with the set that I just used, they do not list the color on the pen. So I can't tell you what the names of these colors are. And I really, really wish Erin Condren would change that. Change, please. The colors are bright, they are pretty. I can see these being used for a lot of different things. So let's say if you are the kind of person that likes to doodle, or you like to use your writing utensils in a decorative way in your planner, maybe you don't like to use as many stickers, then you can do a lot with these accent colors, because each one complements each other's. The colors go together so that you can create different things. Like maybe you want to make a sun. This, now I do know this is butter, because I think this is probably my favorite color. This is tangerine and butter, and I think that's very pretty. So see, you can make different, I'm not a doodler. I can't even draw a straight line. But I think that you get the point. So with the new dual tip markers, you're getting really 24 colors and not just 12, because each end is different. Did I already use this one? See, look how close they are. Some of them are so close. I think I did. No, I didn't. That's just a slight difference. You see the difference between hello and change please? It's not that big of a difference. That's a gorgeous color. What is this? Let me see what the box says. I cannot tell. Maybe coral and salmon? Coral, maybe? Like I said, this set of 12 costs $24.50 with this new launch, and this is what makes it different, is that you're getting an accent color pen and then your highlighters. I think they're very pretty. I think they write really well. I wish the names of them were on the barrel of the pen. But if you like to use colorful writing utensils, then you'll like these. Now let's take a look at a different set of writing utensils with this launch and compare those. And that is the set of ballpoint pens. These ballpoint pens retail for $18.50. They do come in this Harmony Colorful, In Bloom, Harmony Neutral, and actually I need to double check on the color blends. Honestly, when you compare these ballpoint pens to, okay, so here's my Layers ballpoint pen, and here are the set of ballpoint pens that came out, actually I want to just say 2 seasons ago, not that long ago, and another ballpoint pen set that came out. This came with the spring seasonal surprise box. It came in this beautiful cork blush tray. Okay, these are all ballpoint pens from Erin Condren. Now let's compare them, how they write. Initial reaction. I do not like when my pens skip. That really aggravates me because I'm having to go back and trace over the sections where it skips or where the ink is not consistent. For a pen that costs $18.50, come on now, do better. Do better, EC. Maybe I got a bad batch or something. Maybe I got a glitch. When I first took this out the pack and I wrote with it that very first time, it wrote really well. Because I bragged about it in my previous video, that was the kind of unboxing initial reaction to these accessories, but now that I'm continuing to write with it, I'm noticing issues with the ink not being consistent. Is this worth $18.50? Okay, so that's how this pen writes. It is a pretty pen, very pretty. Is that any difference at all from other pens? Let's find out. Notice the difference in how they write? Because I don't. And that's probably, for those of you who are familiar with Erin Condren writing utensils, maybe you're thinking, well, duh, it's not going to be a difference. But for someone who's new or someone who doesn't have all of these different writing utensils, I think this is important for you to see what's the difference in all of these, especially when you start price comparing and you're shopping to try to figure out what you want to get. Now let's take a look at one of the ballpoint pens from this set. And I'm not going to write with every single one. There it is, folks. We have 3 different sets. 1, 2, 3, 4 different ballpoint pens from Erin Condren at different price points, and in my opinion they write the same. In fact, if I had to pick a favorite, I think these write better. They're more consistent and a little bit darker than these. Here's why I'm willing to pay $18.50 for these, despite the fact that the ink is not different at all, because I think that these make beautiful gifts. Stocking stuffers, graduation gifts, Mother's Day gifts. You know, I can think of a lot of different reasons. Teacher appreciation gift. It's a fancy box, so it, you know, it feels like a step above what some people would just consider a regular black ballpoint pen. It looks very stylish. They are beautiful pens, and for that reason, that's really what you're paying for. To me, you're paying $18.50 for the step up, the sophistication, the box, the designs, as far as the ink. Like, let me take what would be considered a regular ballpoint pen. This is a Pentel. And put it next to the Erin Condren pens. In terms of how they write, I do not see a difference. The writing is the same. It even feels the same as far as how it glides across the page. You let me know in the comments. Do you feel like these ballpoint pens are worth that price? They're pretty, very, very beautiful. So the new gel pens, they are 12 pack, $18.50. They are not dual tip. They're just colorful gel pens. And I want to compare them to the mini gel pens. These came out during the back to school collection 2021. And to be honest, I really like these little mini gel pens. There's 24 that come in a pack, 1.0mm tip. You have an assortment of metallic, pastel, neon colors. I really like these, and they're small, they're tiny. I think these are great for kids. When I write with these, like, let me show you. I like to journal, especially when I'm meditating or doing my devotionals. And I use those gel pens to just add an extra emphasis to whatever I'm journaling. So let's see if I can find another example of that. okay, here, I also like to write out my prayers, and I took the year and I outlined it in one of those gel pens. And I think that they write very well. So if you like to do decorative journaling, if you like to use adult coloring books, then these gel pens are nice. But these are the older set. The new set, the only difference that I've noticed with them is that they're taller. They're not mini size like these. Forgive me again that I don't have them in front of me. I don't want to run around the house looking for them, but I haven't noticed a difference in the new ones that are coming out with this launch. That's the mini gel pen set. Is it that much different from the new 12 pack that's taller? That's probably going to be the deal breaker, or maybe a game changer. Some of you will not like this mini size. If you don't already own this set, you probably are looking at it like, no thank you. Who wants that little tiny thing? They're easy to fit in the planny pack. I've not had an issue traveling with them, obviously. Plus, this little case that they come in is just perfect to me. I am so curious to know, which would you prefer? Would you prefer the new, taller 12 pack writing the colorful gel pens, or the mini set that has 24? Let me know in the comments, which one would you prefer? All right, and now we have the last type of writing utensil coming out with this new launch, and they are the list markers, okay? I actually don't own the list markers that's coming out with this new Life Planner launch, but I own the list markers that just recently came out not long ago. So are you noticing a theme here with the writing utensils that EC is promoting that's coming out? I'm really scratching my head like, what's the difference? So with the winter seasonal surprise box, which I did a video on, it came with 2, and this was the intro to these list markers. I immediately fell in love because on one end you have like this little circle. You can make bullet circles. And then with others, I switched to a different one. You get this like an asterisk. All of them also come with a fine tip hello, how are you? Black on the other end, okay? And that's the list marker set. I think a lot of people like these. And the reason why I say that a lot of people like these is because they turned right back around not long after that winter seasonal surprise box with a set of 6. And when I first bought so I loved when I saw these in the surprise box. Jumped right on these new ones that came out. All of the fine tip markers are black ink, so there's no difference. And then you get asterisk, circle, 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 asterisk, asterisk. You get 3 circles, 3 asterisks. I was disappointed. I was hoping that they would have different shapes. So how much of a difference are you getting with the set of 6 list markers that just came out not long ago and what's being promoted for this new launch? Okay, so there's red, and as you know, it's black ink. All of them are black ink, so I'm not going to write with the black ink on every one. But I am going to show you the the listers. Oh, you gotta do it evenly to get it. You gotta do a good press. Okay, that's what you're getting with the previous set of list markers. With the new set of list markers, you get 12 in a pack. They cost $28.50 and they come with different colors. They have a drastic difference between what I've already purchased. I do not want to buy a 12 pack of list markers that are very similar to the 8 I already own. And I bet I'm not the only one. So out of everything that I've showcased with the list markers, with the dual tip highlighter markers, with the gel pens, I apologize again for not having the new ones available right beside me, and the ballpoint pens. Going back to our original questions, do you see that big of a difference between previous, very recent writing utensils and what's new with this Life Planner launch? Do you see a big difference? And in your opinion, are the differences that you can see, are they worth the price? Dun, 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 dun. Okay, planner friends, I hope that was helpful for anyone who is still making purchasing decisions with the new Erin Condren Life Planner accessories, writing utensils. I will admit, I am having fun improving my doodling and using these different dual tip markers and other writing utensils. I will be back to talk about other things like what type of black pens are best for your planner, and if you will subscribe, you will see sneak peeks of new and what I think are even better writing utensils coming out from EC. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I hope you will subscribe.